At Emily Grosholz's request, I will read from her book, Great Circles, The Transits of Mathematics and Poetry, Springer 2018. The book sprang from Emily's lifelong search for and engagement in the connection between mathematics and poetry, and includes many of Emily's poems inspired by her insight into this connection. In the preface, Emily wrote, "This book explores the many ways in which mathematics and poetry may enrich and inform each other directly, but also how they exhibit important analogy as they shape human existence. Poetry is to the other genres of literature as mathematics is to sciences. Each provides a home ground from which everything begins, the distillate, the seed. The proportion also suggests relations that take us beyond discourse. Mathematics is the middle term between natural system and scientific theory. And poetry is the middle term between human life as we live it and the historical, theological, philosophical, and yes, even scientific theories we use to understand its meaning and to confirm meaning upon it." Time restriction allow me to read only a small excerpt from this intriguing and inspiring book. But this excerpt includes one of my favorite poems, Elliptic Curves and Modular Forms Converge South of the Taklamakan, a poem written by Emily as a tribute to her number theory teacher, which delightfully blends mathematics, human relation, the pleasures of travel, the music of words, striking images, life. In part 1-4, Emily wrote, "When I returned from Cambridge, I discovered that Wen Qing, Winnie Lee, was offering a course on the proof, Andrew Wald's proof of Fermat's theorem. Her work is in fact cited in the footnotes. So I attended her graduate seminar, and ever since I've sat in on her seminars every other year or so and interacted with some of her graduate students. One day, while I was sitting in class, watching her cover blackboard upon blackboard and marveling at the clarity of her explanations, I asked myself why poets haven't written more odes to their teachers. So the next day, I wrote one." Emily Grosholz, "Elliptic curves and modular forms converge south of the Taklamakan," for Wen Qing, Winnie Lee. "A skin of silk amid the iron and bronze weapons. The trade routes brought my number theory teacher, Dr. Lee, who writes faster with white chalk on the blackboard than any human being I ever follow across a proof. Raising clouds of chalk dust at the forward extremities of each long expedition toward the theorem. Camels cough and huddle by the caravanserai in moonlight. I carry cough drops with me in my book bag under notes, so I won't interrupt her train of thought by sneezing, and try to copy every line she writes, as well as those brief detours on heuristics, or her mild evaluation of depth and usefulness or interest of conjecture, placed unexpectedly like waterfalls down clefts in limestone, or her infrequent offhand explanation of the way she generalized the printed remark of Serres from gamma 0 p prime indexing groups of matrices to any level. How algebraic form can complement the smooth analysis that frame the proof. The complex upper plane poised like some great violet dome on whose connected face the primes come out appearing one by one in constellation, above the Taklamakan desert, where the Silk Route runs from Xi'an between the winding Yellow River and the great by perished wall to break against the lovely gates of Kashgar."